beautiful shining stars, to another pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is pretty special to me, and it does hold a special place in my heart. And Luna's decided to come and say hello. Hi Luna, say hello to the viewers. Okay, so the reason why this one's really special to me is because as most of you know, I work a lot with the Goddess Auset in my craft, and I do embody a lot of her intentions, a lot of her energy when I am creating the beautiful pieces that I do for my website and for my business, such as her candles, the perfumes, and even lipsticks. I even have dedicated products that are purely hers, such as the Goddess Auset perfume with the blue lotus, and then we also have the Queen Bee candle that is made in her honor, embodying her energy and her essence. And I also do obviously work a lot with her when I give Reiki healing to my clients, and also when I bring love and her energy into this space each time I do a reading. The Goddess Auset, if you are not aware, she's also known as the Goddess Auset. She is a goddess who is a totally timeless expression of the divine feminine. She is as relevant today as she was in ancient times in ancient Egypt. Devoted to empowering others, Mother Auset supports the awakening of humanity as we head into a new world age. And she does also bring value and respect to the roles of wife and mother, is the patron of magic, nature and healing, and is considered a protector of the dead. And just a little bit more about her as well. Her compassion, her love, and her tenderness have made her especially dear to women throughout time and for myself. I do have past history in my past life, going back as far as ancient Egypt, where I was working with her a lot as well as a high priestess. So basically today's reading, the topic is the empowering messages from the Goddess Auset or Auset herself. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this reading, the messages are meant to find you then. This reading is also for the collective as well, alright? So bear that in mind when you're listening to your selection, and just only take what resonates for you. Getting into the pile selection, so to pick the pile that gravitates to you or you gravitate to. We have pile 1 here with the aura quartz, or the green aura quartz. Pile 2, we have the amethyst point. And then pile 3, we have the citrine. Always reminds me of the sun. Okay, so when you're ready, just jump into the description box below that has all the timestamps to your selection, and which will just pretty much instantaneously take you to your reading. And if you do need a little bit more time, you can always pause the video to meditate over the cards. And yeah, basically when you're ready, just jump into your timestamps. So I guess I will see you darlings at your reading. Bye. Hello my darlings who have selected pile 2, and the choice of your crystal was the aura quartz, the green aura quartz. We'll just get into your reading now, okay? I'm just going to pop your crystal right here, so not very far, and I'm going to start flipping the cards over. Alright, so we have the wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self, and the orphan cards. Right, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give you the description itself from the guidebook that comes with this oracle card. Her descriptions are quite in-depth, and I really don't want to miss anything important. So I thought I'll share with all of you what's in the description first, and then we'll do the actual reading, so you've got a little bit of an understanding what these cards individually mean. All right. Now, with the Wings of Isis, you have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds and are helping to birth angelic qualities of fearlessness, light, service to the greater good, and alignment of divine will into human form. This is no small task, and although you are well equipped to succeed, there are beings that wish to assist you so that they may grow too, and your success may be more graceful and swift. Isis, divine winged mother, goddess and angel of healing, wishes to assist you with unconditional love right now. You are guided to accept angelic assistance and ask for Lady Isis, who loves you unconditionally, to assist you with integrating angelic energies into your consciousness and life. You will be asked to lift yourself up to higher and higher vibrational states of awareness, and this may mean letting go of certain relationships, practices, or states of being, or even particular habits or thought patterns that would lower your vibration into fear, doubt, or shame. Give yourself permission to just let this happen. You do not need to force anything. It is a matter of softening, allowing, and trusting what feels right for you with absolute faith and bold, radical acceptance. It will be okay. There are others like you on this planet, beloved initiate. Though from far from the majority, you occupy a special role in the evolution of human consciousness as it connects more deeply and twines with the natural world. The more you accept this part of you, the more you shall draw into your world others like you. You will just feel comfortable with each other because you all hold a similar refined vibration. Even in the midst of ordinary, everyday relationship, there is a sense of easy connection, mutual understanding, and spiritual acknowledgement. This card is also a confirmation that if you have been asking to connect with your angel, praying to a particular angel or archangel, or have been thinking more about angels lately, that genuine connection has been made between you and the angelic kingdom. The angels send you love and peace now and say, "We are with you, beloved one." That is so beautiful. So beautiful, my loves. Alright, now the next card we have here is the Orphan. Now this is an archetype, okay? To study the Orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected, yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents, and the earth begs for our attention. We are in a time of universal orphanage, of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of the soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is the deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. Okay, my darling, so basically what I'm getting already from these two cards here is that what we're bringing into attention this very moment is about feeling alone, feeling quite isolated, that wounded child feeling, feeling abandoned. I'm hearing right now that some of you have abandonment issues. I can relate to that quite deeply. I do have things that I've had to heal past to do with abandonment issues, whether it was relationships breaking down from past romantic relationships that I've been involved in. I've also had where I never did have the opportunity to enjoy a proper, deeper, meaningful relationship and connection with my own family. I do feel like the odd one out, and so I do feel like most of you here feel the same about yourself. Whether there is something uniquely different about you that not many in your family are able to comprehend or are able to accept the unique beauty in yourself. The thing is, as it's being mentioned in this card, we are birthing a new earth. Many of us are wounded healers from what I'm hearing as well. So we are not expecting, or well, some of us are still, but we're not expecting to be accepted anymore. We're coming to terms with that. We are ready to be uniquely us, to be authentically us, to stand in our own true authenticity. We're not expected to be like everyone else, to be accepted, to be included. And with this card here as well, the goddess self is basically saying that you have the support you need, uniting with the angelic self. The self-love is what I'm hearing as well, almost accepting who you are a lot more and understanding where you're coming from, understanding your own core values, your own core beliefs, and what truly makes you you. Many of you are seeking guidance and connections with your ancestors, your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angels, and they are listening. They are saying that they are there and that you are not alone, and that we will be taking your hand and walking with you through this journey of self-exploration, deepening your connection with yourself. See, I see that as a sign, as, you know, it's like the ring of confirmation. It had a bell to it, and in spiritual understanding, when we hear the bell, is another angel born, and that's your angels acknowledging and saying, I am here. All your divine connections, they are with you, and that we will continue to empower you alongside the goddess Isis, and we'll be walking with her and with you with confidence. There is no shame, I'm hearing as well. There is no shame in this. You are encouraged to find confidence and self-love in yourself. And I do feel that a lot of you who have come to this pile have either found it or is stepping into that energy right now. You are getting the assistance that you need, okay? So go into it fearless, because part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. It's a pretty big role there, I've got to say. And you know, I'm also hearing that you didn't go through feeling alone and quote-unquote abandoned for nothing. As a light worker, you have to experience pain, and I mean true pain. And I don't have to go into it, because I know most of you who have come to this reading or in this pile know what pain is. Feeling alone was not fun. Feeling excluded is not fun. I'm also hearing that most of you, if not all of you, have been bullied when you were in school for being different. Called names even. Teased even. Abused even. And I'm really sorry if that triggers anything of your past and opened any old wounds. Maybe perhaps this is your time to heal past these wounds and realize how beautiful the pain that you have experienced to have taken you to where you are today, because you can now easily relate with those that are seeking healing. And I do feel like a lot of your past experiences is easily translated or explained when you're talking to the people that you're connecting with that are seeking this healing. It's that feeling of, I've been there and I understand and I know it and I hear you. Just like I'm saying here today, myself as well as the goddess herself, we hear you, we understand, and we love you. It is a pretty big responsibility that's coming for you in the near future as being a light worker. I'm also hearing whether you're already incorporating healing modalities into the things that you're pursuing right now for the collective. You could be a reader like myself. You could also be in the medical field, physically helping people heal. You could be a counselor, or you're seeking. I'm hearing some of you are studying to be a counselor. Whatever it is right now, I have this feeling that you are growing to be the highest version of yourself, doing what you are naturally beautiful at doing. This is so natural to you. This comes naturally to you. And it's all about understanding and studying the deep and challenging energy of our time right now, and how important it is that we move the energy that we are looking at leaving to go into the new earth, to birth that new earth. We are paving new pathways and providing endless possibilities to the collective. Some of you could also be Reiki healers, that your touch during the session brings healing energy to others. You could be one of those friends that anyone can just go up to, and you always have the right words to put them at ease and give them the comfort that they were seeking. You are so valuable. The goddess is saying, you are so valuable to me. You are so valuable to the collective. You are so valuable to all of us. And when I say all of us, that is coming from your spirit team. That is coming from your ancestors. You have healed or are looking at healing past family patterns and cycles and karmic lessons. And you are also healing future generations for the same things, because you are the first to be stepping into your authenticity and really wanting to know what makes you tick, what makes you special. And the goddess is saying you are special and you are unique because of this. Everything that you have gone through was for a reason, to make you the stronger person that you are today. You are the embodiment of strength. You're coming together, I'm hearing. You are coming together into your full self. And it doesn't get any more empowering than that, because that comes with confidence. You are stepping up. You are going into leadership because you know how it feels to fall back and be behind for so many years, that now it's time for you to take up that step and shine. And I just noticed as well, you've selected the aura quartz, and it's an angel aura quartz, even though it's green, but you know, it is a healing crystal. In fact, I've been instructed to give you the actual meaning of this particular crystal. The green aura quartz generators magnify your prayers, intentions, and desires and purify them before they send them straight up to source. These are pure light. Aura quartz has become one of many favorite tools for many people. This extraordinary sparkling variety of quartz is quite challenging to find, but well worth the hunt. Each piece is a magical, shimmering, angelic point with rainbows bursting out in all directions, and it is bursting out in all directions. Now, I am also hearing the word pride. I'm getting that from the rainbow effect that this crystal is giving. Some of you associate yourself as being attracted to, similar genders of yours, being bisexual even, and there's nothing wrong with that. Continue to be who you are. Love is love, I'm hearing. Love is love, and it doesn't matter. You love anyone. It is a real gift to find love in the first place. It doesn't matter who you find love with. It doesn't matter what age, what gender. It really honestly doesn't matter, because age is just a number. Gender is just a label. It is the spirit that's connecting. It is both spirits from two different vessels that are coming together. So why does it matter? It shouldn't matter. And that's the thing, this quartz as well, over time, it becomes very attached to whoever owns it. It almost mesmerizes your needs, your desires, and growth. They are companion stones. They're known as companion stones. And that's that feeling and that energy of really embodying your essence and being true to who you are, and becoming more comfortable with who you are, growing into yourself. You didn't just pick this crystal for any reason. There was a reason why this crystal was placed intuitively with the cards that you have selected. I'm gonna start pulling more cards just to get deeper messages from the goddess herself and see what else she has to add to these 2 cards plus the crystal. All right, I will be going with the Making Magics Oracle, Making Magic Oracle. Let me just pop your crystal over here though, so that I have more room to lay out your cards for you. I don't have a lot of room as it is, so I'm just trying to make the most of it, okay? And I do apologize if some of my cards go out of frame, but without a doubt I will explain to you anyway what's on the cards. Well, okay, I'm gonna go with this one. You got fire and air. Wow, okay, so most of you here could be, oh, you've also got earth and the elements. All right, well, the first thing that actually even came into my mind was, where is water? You've got air, earth, and fire and the elements, but there's no water here. At the back of the deck, you've got protection. All right, so with air, work with the element of air to see the truth. So most of you here could be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And you've got fire here. The element of fire heralds new life and positive transformation. So also most of you here could also be Aries, Sagittarius, and what's the other one? I should know. There's Leo. And then you've also got the elements here. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water create powerful protection. And then we've got earth here. Ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, and strength. Wow. Okay. And that, did you lovelies hear that ding? It sounded like as though money is coming through. It's like a cha-ching. And then obviously you have protection. All right, so first off, the thing that stood out for me is the fact that there's no water element here. And water is all about the emotions, the intuition, etc. Which I find it really odd that it's not here, because I did pick up some sort of like intuitive energy from this palette as well, that most of you here have intuitive gifts. So that, you know, although, okay, so I'm hearing right away now is that the downside of the whole water sign is that, you know, they water signs are known to be emotional, and I do feel like a lot of logic is being put in the decisions that you make, that you have the emotional intelligence of thinking straight, making the right choices, being reasonable, logical, objective. And because of how beautiful and unique you are, and the beautiful part that you have to play in birthing the new earth, you are very protected by your spirit team, by the goddess herself. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. The thing you need to know about the goddess Isis is that she is known as the healer. She is the goddess of healing and magic. Very strong, and as most of you know as well, if you don't know, she helped put her husband together, Osiris, when his parts were being thrown in all areas or all points of Egypt by his own brother Set, when he murdered Osiris. And she took the time to source all these parts, put him together and resurrect him and healed him. And together they were the power couple. And that again is coming through again, is the whole, you are coming together. You are completely coming together into your authenticity. You're stepping into your authenticity, and that is empowering. You know, when we think of the star, we have all points of the star, and they symbolize all points of the elements. And together, it almost has a shape of a body: the 2 hands, 2 legs, and the head. Okay, and that again is the coming together to be all the elements. And I do feel in spirit, the water card is here. I feel it here, but it didn't come out. So it's like it is an important factor or an important component to your transformation, but you know full well that you need to be clear-headed to do what it is that you need to do. You can't be distracted by emotions or pain or anything. You've been there already. You don't need that again to go forward. You are shining, I'm hearing. You are shining brighter than ever, and you have stepped away from wounds and pain and things, anything of all that energy, to be who you are today, so that you can focus on pursuing that life purpose or pursuing your authenticity. All right. Okay. I am going to put these cards over to one side, so we're keeping them kind of together. But yeah, because the elements card came out, it's still saying that the water sign is still there, but you're just not making it the forefront of everything. Okay, you're striking a pretty good balance here. Maybe I'll leave the protection card as well out, because it's the back of the energy card, that behind everything that you're doing, your spirit team and the goddess herself has your back, is definitely what I'm hearing right now. Let's tap into the energy using the energy deck, and then I'm moving into the tarot deck after this. Okay. Dearest Mother Isis, what else have you got for pile 1, please? Appreciation. And that is exactly what it is. You are appreciating everything that you have gone through, and that is amazing. That takes a lot of guts, and it's very noble of you to feel that way. There you go, woman holding a coin. You are embodying that divine feminine that has been graced, even like I was saying about the goddess herself. She is the embodiment of divine feminine. And woman holding a coin is all about seeing your value. Oh, that one went flying. Hostilities. So not many of you are being accepted for standing up to yourself. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry that most of you are going through or went through this in particular. And you got happy family, but that's okay. They'll come around. Just finishes the sentences, doesn't it? It makes sense. You're appreciating all the hard times you've gone through to be the person that you are today, the strong person that you are today. You're seeing your own value. It did kind of piss a lot of people in your circle, you know, whether those that limit you from embodying your highest potential. Or reaching your highest potential, I mean. But that's okay. They'll come around. You've got the happy family card here as well. They'll come around. Just keep being you. And then, you know, showing what you're capable of. And at the back of the deck, you've got journey. All right, you are going through a journey at the moment. And it is very important that you stay empowered and stay on course. I'll put this here. Don't lose focus. You know, I'm also getting a very strong feeling that a lot of you here are the sort that are willing to try anything to find your purpose, to find something that you are passionate about. And it's almost as though I feel the insults, or I'm hearing the insults of some that have been around your circle, that have said things like, oh, you're doing something again? Like, it's like never ending. But you're brave enough to do that. You got to discover yourself. You got to go through the journey of knowing what it is that you're passionate about. You got to find what you're passionate about. There's no point just sitting back and doing nothing. What's the harm? But you know what's also beautiful is that every experience that we experience in our journey, or as we grow, that nothing that we learn goes to waste. They are experiences that create tools under your belt as you finally fulfill the life purpose at the end. It's or taking things from each place that you've been emotionally. Like if you've gone through a really bad breakup and that person that you were with never treated you well, you'll know for next time that you will not go for the same sort of attributes or traits in your next partnership. That's just an example. Maybe perhaps some of you here have had to learn it the hard way in that regard. But that's what makes the journey itself really, really special, is the experiences and the skills that you build from these experiences, or the painful experiences that you've been on. All right, so next step is the tarot. I will be pulling 3 cards I've been told to do. We have the Lovers, the 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands. Right. There is a feeling of, immediately I'm already getting, you've been robbed, or they've attempted to try and rob you from, so people that you have trusted in your circle, or you have deeply loved, whether it's to do with a partnership, family member, but it is that a deeper karmic connection energy has tried to mold you in such a way that is not you, and you have definitely stood firm by your own beliefs and your own authenticity. So this is like a confirmation from the goddess herself that this is exactly what your intuition was telling you. And if any of you here are doubting that the decision that you've made for yourself to be on this journey, to be on this path to finding your true self, if you are doubting it, whether you're doing the right thing because of everything that you've been through, and you're worried about what your family thinks, don't, because that was holding you back and taking a part of you away that now you are working hard at getting back. It's like that feeling of playing catch up. I'm going to finish off your reading with a loving message from the goddess herself. It's in the form of a postcard, so it's like coming from far. The message is coming from far. And I do find it to be very empowering and almost sometimes quite emotional, because if you have, especially if you have been feeling alone and that feeling of abandonment, it's nothing better than to receive that loving message from a mother, a deep within mother, from someone who is a bigger life force, from the magical spirit realm. All right. Okay, here we go. Dear you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you are faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. That's that feeling I was saying, how if you are being faced with a challenge, okay, that, you know, you're afraid of being alone or abandoned, don't. All right, just trust the process. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life. Go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have your heart and hope set on. Just remember, it says spirit here, but I'm going to say the goddess Isis will keep your head above water and will direct the currents. And I do also feel like it is together with your spirit team. All right. When it's time for a greater effort, you'll know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust those currents for where I love that ding was that perfect time. It's like ding. Enjoy the flow and trust those currents, for we're right there with you with our little umbrella drink, smiling at your success. Love you so very much, your spirit team and your mother goddess Isis. Excuse me, that came pretty suddenly. It was this need, like a tickle in my throat, and there was this need for me to clear my throat. So if anything, that's also a sign that perhaps some of you need to speak up more. All right, and if you have been speaking up more, it's a congratulations and well done. You, my darlings, are a true inspiration to not only majority of those in the collective, but also myself. I love hearing stories like this, and I love seeing energies like this, because I know for a certain fact that things are definitely shifting and changing, and that new earth is definitely close by, if not already here. That all of you here are helping to raise the vibration on earth. I do. I love you. I love you, and I love you, and I'm also saying that from the goddess herself. You guys are all amazing, and you are important, and you are so worthy and of such great value to us, to the humanity of earth. Anyway, that is all your reading for today, my darlings. I really hope, or we really hope, you enjoyed your reading today and found the messages to have resonated and also rather insightful for you. And if you did, all love shown here is appreciated. So like, comment and subscribe to this channel, because by doing so, you're allowing me to create more lovely videos like this for you on the regular. And if you're after a more personalized reading that's more catered for you, you can magically teleport yourself to my online apothecary store via the link below in the description box to make a booking. And do bear in mind that all my bookings are done via video conferencing meeting, so it can be done from pretty much anywhere or wherever you are located around the globe. So it does give you that flexibility you're looking for. Anywho's, I end today with a blessed be, love and light to all my beautiful shining stars. That is you I'm talking about. Okay, and I hope to see you all soon again in my next video. Bye, my lovelies. Hello, my lovelies who have selected pile 2. This is now going to be your reading, and if you have also selected the amethyst, this is of course your reading. Okay, amethyst is actually one of my most ultimate favorite crystal. I'm just going to pop your crystal over there. Okay, right, so let's start off with flipping the cards over. I'm really loving this card. Mind you though, I do love the Siren card from the Kim Kranz Wild Unknown Archetypes. Just like pile 1, what I will be doing for us today is actually going through the description and the meaning of each card based on what is written out in the booklet that came with it. And the reason why I choose to do that is because I don't want to miss out any important components to each card, because they're both very detailed and very well literated by the artists themselves and the creators. However, immediately just before I even look into the description or even share with you lovelies the description, I'm already getting starseed energies from this, whether you're even from Sirius B. I'm also getting a feeling that perhaps most of you here are water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And I also do get a lot of intuitive, psychic vibes from these two cards as well. So we have, Temple of Lapis Lazuli, Goddess of the Ancient Skies, and the Siren. All right, well, let's start off with the Temple of Lapis Lazuli from the Goddess Isis Oracle. Ancient souls with experience of consciousness and community from more spiritually advanced civilizations are here on this planet to be themselves to the fullest extent possible, in order to help support each other and heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. The challenge can be that such ancient souls can feel out of place here on Earth for a time as they go through an adjustment process and remember their healing mission on this planet. These souls hold much inner wisdom of star peoples and civilizations far and wide in this galaxy and beyond. This inner wisdom vibrates at a higher level than the frequencies of fear, aggression, dominance, and disconnection that are a part of the global human wounding they are here to help heal. This is why ancient souls are needed, of course, to help offer a different reality which is more whole and connected to oneness and love. But the challenge is not to lose belief and honoring of your own true inner wisdom and deep soul truths whilst becoming a member of a culture that is still so different to yours. This card comes to you to provide much needed spiritual recognition that you have wisdom and understanding within you that is very ancient and flows from the soul, and that you also have a sacred connection to wisdoms that come from star peoples of Sirius. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? And other celestial beings that serve through unconditional love. This is neither strange nor weird, but it is precious, and although you are not only one of your kind here, it is far from a common soul type on this planet, mostly because it takes a lot of strength and dedication to be able to sustain existence purposefully in a vibration that is lower than your own natural vibration. This card comes to you with an offering of guidance. Remember who you are within. Do not try to fit it with external molds of how to be in this world, for you are here to help birth a new way that is more aligned with spiritual truth. You are guided. Love that. That was meant to come through. That's like a ding, 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 aha moment. You are guided to trust in your wisdom, to sit and contemplate any issue that you are questioning right now, and to trust in the voice of your heart. Guidance doesn't have to make logical sense, though often at a higher level you will perceive a higher divine logic in the guidance. It just needs to feel as though it makes your heart expand, and that it will be a sign for you that it is your truth. And somehow I felt like there was a deep connection here between us, because I am a Sirius starseed from Sirius being. I work very, very much with the lapis lazuli crystal myself. I wear it a lot, and I use it to enhance my speaking and literacy, because it is the stone of truth. It is the stone for the throat chakra, and I also felt there was something pretty unique about this pile, because I intuitively selected the amethyst crystal, and if I can choose any crystal that I would like to use and wear, first off is always amethyst, always. And then come second is the lapis lazuli. I do feel that most of you who have come to Pile 2s, there is a kindred spirit between us. Perhaps you are also lovers of the siren and the mermaids. And even what I'm already getting is the siren, it is the voice that entices and magnetize those that hear it, whether you are natural at or having the gift of being able to sing, but there is something about the voice, whether you do a lot of public speaking, but whatever it is, what the goddess is saying to you today, for you lovelies in Pile 2, is that to use your voice for the right cause and for the right reason. So I was just thinking to myself just this morning while I was putting out the laundry, oh, the beauties of being human and having a human experience, is that I realized that sometimes when I'm editing my videos, some of the things that I speak or have said or mentioned in readings, I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember saying that. And then some things that I say, I'm like, how did that come out of my mouth? Or I'm like, hold on, some of these words that I'm using and the way they've been structured into sentences, I don't particularly remember putting them together, because I will be very honest with you. I'm a very artistic person, but when it comes to speaking, I'm not always the strongest in that area. So as you can tell, like, it's taken me a very long time to find the confidence to even do readings like this. But I knew that it was part of my calling and it is required. And I did hear as a form of guidance was that don't worry, because I'm a channeler, I'm able to channel the messages as they come. So that's why I don't remember some of the things that I say. And it's almost as though I surprise myself when I listen to my videos as I edit, because they act as enforcements for my spirit as well. From, for instance, the goddess, it just comes to show that that is my strength, and that I should never feel less of or put myself down thinking, oh yeah, you know, my English isn't the best, so I'm doomed. Yet I found the confidence that I needed, and I was guided and reassured by my spirit team, my ancestors, and also the goddess sees herself that this is what I'm meant to do, and this is what you're meant to do as well, my loves. This is your strength, and we are here to empower you today, and you need to realize that Even if you don't feel confident, you have it in you because you will be supported and protected by the same spirit team, ancestors, and the Goddess Auset. And the Goddess Auset is the goddess of healing and magic. So she loves to work with those that are healers. Whether you're a doctor, a nurse, a counselor, a psychiatrist, a reader like myself, a Reiki healer, whatever the case may be, you will always gain the support from the Goddess Auset, because this is what she knows best and this is what she does best. She is the mother, the healer, and a complete magician. And she has so much strength in her that she is highly regarded, respected, and worshipped even up till today. And it is a true honor to have her be a part of our lives, to feel her essence and her energy around us on the regular. I'm honored and I'm grateful myself that I have the opportunity to work with her. She came to me when I was attuned in Reiki. That was my first step to coming out to being a light worker, like a proper first step, physical step that I've taken for myself. And that's when she came to me in meditation while I was getting attuned, saying that I am now ready to work with her. Not she's ready to work with me, I am now ready to work with her. It is an honor that I am able to now work with her. And that is the same that she is saying right now. She's saying the same exact thing that she said to me in meditation during attunement, and now it's coming through my voice to tell you the truth that you are now ready to work with her. You are welcome in this space. That's what she's saying. Anyway, let's get to the Siren card. So the Siren is the temptress, the seducer, the femme fatale. The Siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the Siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. What did I say? Psychic. This amethyst is a psychic crystal. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. So it's about awakened sensuality, absorption, and even arousal. It's about embodying the Siren archetype. But to do that, we need to explore things that are taboo. The Siren laughs at conventions and constraints. She eats the rules. And that's just exactly it. Even what I'm doing here, and most light workers that are doing readings here on the channels of YouTube, it is not for everybody. I've even been told by family members in my family that this isn't for them, and that what I do is not supported in their beliefs. So they'd rather not know. That they rather live in ignorance because it's easier that way, because it goes against their beliefs and their religions and their practices, or whatever the case may be. But this is living true to who you are and coming into that truth and knowing what you're all about and why you are here in this incarnation. I'm also being told that it is suggested that you do some research into your starseed self and see if whether you have any resonance with the starseeds from Sirius. I'm here in Lemuria as well, but it's the starseeds that are tied to water, because I do feel a lot of water elements here today in this reading in part 2. Perhaps you've even got water elements in your birth chart, and then knowing which house it's in, because if it's either in the I believe it's the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th house in your birth chart, you would have intuitive gifts that this is so natural to you that this shouldn't be feared, because this is what you are here for. Incorporating some form of truth and healing into your healing modalities, whether it's the things that you're pursuing in your career, nurse, doctor, counselor, whatever the case may be, make it so that this particular spiritual practice and knowing what you're here for in this incarnation, and then integrating that into your purpose. Okay, you have a voice that is enticing, but like I said, it's worth checking your birth chart and then seeing which house that perhaps you might have some water signs in those houses, the 4th, the 8th and the 12th, I think, but just don't quote me on that. Just double check that. I know I've had a look, and I have all the elements Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces in the 4th, 8th and 12th houses, and I am a channeler, so definitely do some research and then see whether you have anything that you find in common or you resonate with regards to identifying yourself as a starseed. And then I'm sure you can do, like, I know there's heaps online where you can do quizzes and things like that to find out whether it matches your personality trait, because you are awakening right now and the truth is coming out. All right, maybe you were meant to see this message. It even says in the title, you were meant to see this message and this reading. So this is a loud sign and message through a foghorn from the goddess Isis herself, that this is what she's calling you to come back to. If you have strayed too far away, even, come back. You know you've already had it in you, that intuitive feeling that there's something bigger at works, that you're awakening to the truth, you're awakening to yourself. That even like right now, me seeing this reading myself and channeling the messages that are coming through, I know for a fact that if I was watching and I was an audience watching this video, I would always go for the pile that has the amethyst. And I am a Sirius B starseed, where I do resonate very, very much with the mermaids and the mermen. I've had deep dreams, so perhaps you lovelies have had deep dreams as well, of swimming in deep dark oceans with a fishtail, and somehow feeling something familiar about it, that you will wake up. Some of you could have cried from that dream because you miss home, quote unquote home. But whatever it is, I feel like I have family in this reading, in this pile. And if it is the case, I just want to say I love you all. And I'm glad that we're in this together and that we have the Mother Isis to guide us. And of course, there are histories where the Sirius starseeds are tied hugely with ancient Egypt, the building of the pyramid, Gizas. It's, worth reading about and definitely worth looking up. All right. But welcome, my family. Welcome. And I'm so happy that we get to connect today. Goddess of the Moon. Somehow I can completely relate to that. So your emotions, you'll notice, is hugely ruled by the moon cycles. Perhaps the ladies here, you would find that your cycles, your woman cycles, perhaps even influenced by the moon. That's also another thing that is worth looking into, because they have meanings. If you ovulate in the full moon or the new moon, and then when you shed during the full moon or the new moon, there is a significant meaning about it. And I feel like a lot of you will need to do your research in that as well. Some of you here could be witches yourself, witches and wizards. There is no gender favoring here, okay? That you work with magic, quote unquote magic. And I say magic means it is knowing how to manipulate energy so that it works for the benefit of yourself as well as your family and those around you that you love. Knowing how to manifest. When I work with the moon, full moon and new moon, the lunar cycles, I use it to manifest, and also when to know how to surrender and release, and when to apply my actions. So looking at the lunar cycles and working with it. And storm warning. There is a feeling like you will be receiving some pretty huge downloads now. It's going to come so sudden. It's going to feel like a storm has hit you. It's a rude awakening is what I'm being told, I'm hearing. Now that this reading has possibly opened something for you to help aid your spiritual awakening. I'm going to shuffle the deck and see whether we can pull a third. Oh, there we go. Attachment. So the goddess is saying not to attach yourself too much to the things that you think is comfortable. It's like that. Don't limit yourself is what I'm also hearing. Don't attach to what feels comfortable to you. Be ready to explore deeper, because it's like the feeling of endless possibilities now, that your downloads are just going to come into you hot and heavy, that it will overwhelm you, but you need to be prepared for that. And it's okay to feel overwhelmed by the information and the guidance that you're receiving daily. My awakening was rude. When I say rude, but my awakening was an eye-opener. And as soon as I surrendered and released, I just kept getting the downloads naturally, that it's like continuous aha moments for me, that it's like, oh, okay, that makes complete sense now. And I would be speechless from my findings, but it makes sense. I'm also getting the vision of a moldavite crystal or tektite. Perhaps definitely look into tektite crystals for yourselves, like the Libyan desert glass, because it's tied to the whole ancient Egypt, and also the moldavite. I wear both. That's how much I love it, and I enhance the energy of them both by wearing a Herkimer diamond with it. I don't know whether you guys can see, but yes, I do have. I'm just gonna come closer. I do have a moldavite and a Libyan desert glass with my Herkimer. As you know, moldavite holds an aggressive energy of causing major changes in your life, almost doing a full 360. And I had that, but I had no complaints because I was already ready for the energy. So I embraced the change and I loved it. And I loved the progress it gave me. So it's probably that energy of do not attach yourself to the feeling of wanting to feel comfortable, because it's not. An intense spiritual awakening is not comfortable. It is going to get you out of your comfort zone. It is going to force you out of a lot of changes, going into a lot of changes, because it's meant to. It's supposed to wake you. That's what it's called, a spiritual awakening. It's like a big aha moment. Be ready for it, because I can tell you for sure with mine, it was exciting as hell. It was like going on a roller coaster ride, and I enjoyed every part of the twists and turns and ups and downs that came with it. It's taken me a long time to get here today. My awakening went on for a good 2.5 years, with a lot of things moving around and changing around me. What was meant to stay stayed, and what was meant to go went. And that's that goddess of the moon energy again. You know, perhaps you've even worked with the goddess Hecate, because I have. She is the goddess of the crossroads and the underworld. Her energy is what comes in to get you out of the funk, to force you to leave what no longer resonates or aligns with you anymore, so that you can step out and live in your truth. People that were holding you back, circumstances that were holding you back, they all dissipate. And that's that moldavite again. The moldavite tektite does that. So maybe perhaps that is something that you need to look into, but also be careful, because there are a lot of fake moldavites out there. So make sure you're buying it from a reputable seller. I'm no way affiliated with this, okay? I'm just recommending the things that I use and that I love for myself, that has worked for me. And it may or may not necessarily work for you, but it's something that you can look into and try yourself to experience the magic that comes from carrying these tektites with you. Also, the moldavite holds a very masculine energy, so it is like that aggressive feeling that I got. The Libyan desert glass is softer. It is the divine feminine. I found that after having the Libyan desert glass with the moldavite, I find that it balances my quote-unquote chi. I've got a bit of both now, the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy that I wear with me and carry with me. It just balances the energy, all right? Because if you use a moldavite on its own, you might find it to be too much for you. So if you need that softer approach together, you can have the Libyan desert glass, or perhaps some of you want to start off with just the Libyan desert glass first and see how you go, and then work your way into getting a moldavite. But definitely do some research and see whether it resonates and if it fits in with you and what you're ready for, okay? There is also, you are being reminded by the goddess Isis that do not force yourself. This is not forcing at all. This is open to you, and when you're ready, step into it. The goddess thinks that you're ready, But whether you are genuinely ready is entirely up to you. But definitely you're being reminded not to attach yourself to things that are comfortable to you, things that you already know that kind of works or whatever. Be open to the possibilities of anything, because it's when you surrender and release and you open yourself to the possibilities, it would just amaze you. And this is me speaking from experience. It would just amaze you. And you heard that ding as well. So I think that pretty much summarizes my message right now. At the back of the deck of the energy deck, you've got caring connections. So I do feel like this will also bring you in your tribe. All right, you will find more like-minded people around you. If you haven't already stepped into the spiritual awakening, you are noticing that the people that do not resonate with you or align with you anymore will just dissipate, and that you will bring in the caring connections that you so deserve as you go into this transition. All right, my loves? I will leave this card out so that if you ever need to go back into it or confirm anything else from further card pulls, that you'll see there is a lot of connection with and similarities to the further card that we will start to pull out. All right, I'm going to shuffle cards now from the Making Magic deck, and there's something else that also came to me. The Goddess Auset is highlighting that even in this reading we are already connecting with like-minded caring connections, because there is a similarity between us now, that I am even attracting and finding my tribe through my readings, and I think that's really beautiful. Back to shuffling the cards. Making Magic Oracle card, my lovely Mother Goddess Auset. Oh, there we go. Thank you. That was really quick. That went flying. Prosperity. Oh, I like that. This is a feeling of how this journey itself will bring a prosperous finish or a prosperous outcome. And you also got the healer card or the healing card. So this is this awakening for you. And that's another thing as well. Like, I noticed, like, when I'm talking and passing on the message, the complete feeling I'm getting is that most of you are stepping into this now. There are some of you here who've already just recently had this awakening, but there is a lot of you that have stumbled across this reading that are stepping into this whole truth seeking for yourself, and that I'm just a messenger. All right, and there's for those of you who have had the awakening and are on this journey as we speak, whether you are at the start, the middle, or far advanced down the track, this is a confirmation that you are where you are meant to be, that you are on the right track, that you are on the right path, that you are doing this for not only yourself but for the collective. We are all healing together, and we're bringing abundance and attracting abundance together and raising the vibration on this earth. We are birthing a new earth, and we are helping raise that vibration. Some of you here could be indigo children as well. I'm hearing I am an indigo child, and I feel like there's a lot of kindred spirit in this reading together, and I love it. I love it. Anyway, so this will be a prosperous adventure that would reap many rewards. I feel a prosperous business with riches and success. I do feel like as though you will be using this in your healing modalities. Like I say, whether you have a business that incorporates and integrates all this healing aspect, you know, working with starseed energy, working with the Goddess Auset, even her energy and her essence, you know, and incorporating and integrating all this into your business. We know that you have this true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Yeah, so this is that whole healing business energy. Abracadabra with wings. Wow, a fantastic good fortune and lucky charms. So like I said, you will be bringing luck and prosperity into your business, into what it is that you're doing. So do not fear and be excited for what's coming. All right, my loves. I'm just going to pull a fourth because I can, and there you go. I'm really sorry, my loves. My camera is decided to conk out again. So where were we? We've got Breaking Bad Habits as well, was the card that fell earlier on. So basically what it's saying here from the goddess who sees herself is that self-acceptance and excellent mental health. So if any of you have any bad habits that require breaking, you know, that whole attachment and addiction energy, it's really good that now is the time for you to start breaking those bad habits, all right? So that you have a clearer mind, a clearer spirit to be able to fulfill this life purpose of yours. I am now going to pull the tarot cards and see if there's anything else that the goddess would like to add. Goddess Isis, what else would group 2 need to know? What other empowering messages do you have for group 2, please, goddess? Oh, that was quick. You got the Star. And the Sun. And just a third, please, goddess. You know, we like to pull 3 cards. And you have the 3 of Swords. With the Sun, for some reason, what's coming through, the first thing that came to my mind was the god Ra. There is a lot of healing light that you attract and work with, that it would be a good thing if you were to step out and be in sunlight a lot more often. And there is such things as, if you haven't heard of, it's called light language. Whether you receive your downloads when you are in the sun by meditating outdoors in daylight helps to receive messages from source, to surround yourself in light. And the fact that this card is over the 3 of Swords, that's the overpowering energy that it has in healing yourself, heartbreaks, deception, just pain in general. The Sun is all about you being surrounded by warmth, radiance and vitality, so you are lit up, energized by the possibility, growth and success. That is what we're seeing here, and that you radiate your light and shine to the world. It is the card of hope. With the Star, it is a wish fulfillment card. This is a powerful time for inspired action channeled through your authentic self. So that's what I was saying, how you're coming into your authenticity, you're coming into your truth. Be open to possibility and honestly just stay true to yourself the whole time. And also make sure you have faith and just trust in the universe and the divine, and you will share in its the gifts and blessings that's to come. Okay, it's wonderful that you have these 2 cards. I'm also feeling hopeful with this for myself. Like I say, a lot of what's happening here resonates with me too. And with the 3 of Swords is that you have been through hurt and disappointment, and it's almost as though a lot of you here have also taken a lot of negative words to heart that have been said to you, putting you down. You know, at one point you did feel lost, you did suffer heartbreak, you went through some form of grief, and maybe perhaps some of you are still grieving your old life, or to have things that you were comfortable with, release the attachment. But don't, you know, with sorrow and all the pain, it all goes away, it will pass, it always does. Emotional pain or pain in general is a form of growth for your spirit. You have to go through the hard times, because how are you to speak the truth and shed the light onto others who are waiting to hear the truth? It comes with trust, and trust comes from experience, because you know what you're talking about. They'll trust you because you've been there. You'll be able to relate with them. So work on releasing any pains that you still have, you know, laying around, and forgive yourself for any past mistakes, but also forgive those who have hurt you, because forgiveness and love brings more love in abundance into your life. I'm also hearing that a lot of you here are natural alchemists, and that's where that feeling of, you know, perhaps even working in the craft like myself, or being witches and wizards. I'm not talking about the stuff that you see in Harry Potter or anything like that, okay? I'm talking about understanding the movement and manipulating energy to a degree so that it works for you, and you can alchemize pain into something really truly positive into your life. Okay, now I'm going to end the reading with a postcard. Loving messages, empowering messages from the Goddess Isis. It's in a form of a postcard. It's called Postcard from Spirit, but I'm changing it to be postcards from the Goddess Isis. So, my dear Goddess, what have you got to share with the collective who have selected pile 2? Alright, here we go. Dearest you, did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is right now, miracles start to happen? There is a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are, not how you'd like them to be. So that's that attachment feeling that we were getting. And also breaking bad habits. You'll be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy, you act messy, and your world stays in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force a change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what is in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. And that's that truth. Temple of Lapis Lazuli, that truth. Be open to this. The possibilities are endless. Then you can decide stay or go, sink or swim, move or stay still. Acceptance is the key to freedom and opens the door to the real opportunities waiting to be discovered. Set yourself and others free. Loving you so much, always and forever. The Goddess Isis, or the Goddess Isis, or the Goddess Auset. My loves, that is your message for today. So don't fight this. To go into it with grace and have an open mind, an open heart, an open spirit. A lot of good things are coming for you. You just have to honestly trust the process, trust and believe in yourself and just how strong you are, because you wouldn't have been selected, chosen to be on this life path if it wasn't meant for you. However, it is. Absolutely is. Okay, my loves, that is all your reading for today, and I really hope you enjoyed it and found the messages from us to be very insightful and also have resonated with your spirit. Okay, and if you did, all love shown here is appreciated, so like, comment and subscribe to this channel, because by doing so you're allowing me to create more beautiful videos like this on the regular for you. And if you have any suggestions as well, anything that you want to see in particular, or anything that you want me to channel for you, just put it in the comment and let me know. You know, I love some ideas. You know, I'm here to help the collective, so share your thoughts and I will take them on board. And if you are after a more personalized reading catered for yourself, you can magically teleport yourself to my online apothecary store via the link below to make a booking. And all readings booked are done via video meeting, so it can be done from anywhere you're located around the globe. So blessed be, love and light to all my beautiful shining stars. Yes, I'm talking to you. I hope to see you again soon in my next video. Until then, have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Bye. Hello, my lovelies who have selected pile 3. We're going to get into your reading now. I'm pretty excited with this one. And if you have selected the citrine, this is your reading. How beautiful is this? It reminds me of the ray of sun. Okay, let's have a look at your card. We have the vow and the portal of light. Oh, it's so fitting, especially if you've selected the citrine. Impressive. All right. So with the portal of light, we've got she glides on wings through time and space. And then the archetype card that you have here is the vow card. I will be going through the meanings with you based on what has been written in the guidebook for both these cards, because the meanings or the way it's being written out is very in-depth, and I really don't want to miss anything important out of the description. So I thought maybe it's best that if I share what these cards mean individually first, and then we'll get into the reading and go deeper from there. Okay, now we have the portal of light, and I'm going to read out to you what it is. All right, you are growing in power and awareness. You have had breakthrough insights where you realize that you are not who you thought you were. You are in fact a much vaster being. Sometimes this was shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. At other times it was gentle and made much sense to you. You are learning to integrate this awareness of vast self into your life. The practical consequences of doing so also are extraordinary. To live with less and less fear and insecurity, to become more detached and more passionate, more loving and less demanding, no need less and receive more, to feel more joy and exert less force to attain it. Such wonderful gifts await you. You are also capable of exerting healing influence beyond time and space, which means being able to help free yourself and others. If you choose to share your healing gifts, you can learn to create freedom from trauma, attachment, history, and any other situation that may drain life force and distract from divine love, no matter whether occurring in this or any other lifetime. I do feel that a lot of you have also selected Pile 2 that have come into the Pile 3 reading as well, and if you haven't looked into it, it's best to go into Pile 2. I do feel like Pile 2 is the beginning phase to this phase that you're in right now. It's almost as though that is the start of your awakening, and this one is where you're in the thick of it. You have advanced yourself into being a healer, perhaps also found deeper wisdom and connection with yourself, and have come far to this. So I'd say it's worth going back to see whether perhaps anything in Pile 2, may have resonated, just to confirm and reaffirm the journey you came from and to the journey that you are in right now. I do feel like the second one is probably somehow something to do with congratulating you for how far you've come, and that this is the card that you are embracing the light now in. All right, so let's keep going. The Goddess Auset guides you to powers and abilities to heal that are beyond time and space. It starts with the realization that what has happened in the past has power over you only to the extent that you allow it. The portal of light is being opened to you now to travel through time and space, to release the past, to open up to a future bright, and to call for more power in the present moment. Once you have done this for yourself, if you are guided into the healing path, when you can share this with others. Be guided by the loving blessings of Auset to assist you in this sacred interdimensional travel now for healing and understanding, more growth and peace. If you have also drawn the Oracle of the Merkaba, then part of your particular soul gift is an ability to navigate between spiritual dimensions of reality, shifting from lower vibrations of fear and bringing through high vibrations of love to allow for peace and release. Yeah, see, that part there was a lot from Pile 2. The combination of the Merkaba card and the Portal of Light card means you have the ability to not only navigate dimensions, but to bring higher dimensional awareness into the present moment for healing, with a natural soul ability to be present in lower vibrational realities, such as those of fear and competition on Earth at present, and simultaneously be anchored in higher vibrational soul realities of love, peace, and truth. This makes you a powerful source of light, and the Lady Auset and her beloved star Sirius, again, I still think that Pile 2 had something to do with this, offer you divine peace and protection now to help you in the sacred task of being a star of divine light and presence on the earth at this time. The card of the Portal of Light also brings special guidance that a phase of time or experience is over and a new cycle at a higher vibrational turn of the spiral is beginning. So prepare to ascend, accept things to become lighter, freer, and faster moving in your life, even perhaps whilst you appear to be more surrendered and more peaceful within yourself. That's beautiful. Wow. This is for those who have deepened their spirituality and just need a few minor tweaks or some form of reassurance, empowerment, and motivation to bring that back into bringing yourself back. If you felt like you've gone astray and have forgotten a little bit, if you were meant to see this reading, you were meant to see this reading, and this message is for you. Now with the vow, it is the promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, in brackets, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. Bearing witness to the shift toward destiny is what this card is about. And it's asking you to think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? And anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means time stands still and anything is possible. So that's the Goddess Isis. Is, like I said, before I even read the meaning of that card, I said you are coming back to yourself. Whether you felt like you have lost yourself at some point through your journey from where you came from, which is, go back to part 2 and have a listen. Maybe that will be some form of reminder to where you came from and where you are now, and that you should continue staying on this path and not lose sight of where it is you're supposed to be and what you are supposed to be doing. That is the vow, that is the soul contract that you made before you were incarnated into this life, that you are being called now to step into the portal of light, to not forget. And I love there's an image here of the Goddess Isis handing her hand out and saying, come back, my darlings, I'm right here and I will take you with me. Can you see that? I'm going to pull more cards and see what else we can get from here. I will go with Making Magic Oracle first. Ooh. Oh, okay, that one was flipping, so it's saying, hey, water. And that's that feeling of serious that was being mentioned here. So, like I say, you could be a starseed from Sirius. Protection, you are divinely protected. Some of you are probably doubting yourself and fearing that you are not, that this is unknown territory, and maybe some of you are thinking, oh, I've gone too deep, or even it's almost as though a sense of doubt. You're afraid to discover what else is to come. But also some of you are going through this journey and it is just an enforcement to tell you you are still being protected. I am with you. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. There is a sense of protection for yourself right now, but also I feel like your future generation as well. So if you have kids, if you're a parent, they are being protected too, because they are a part of you, and everything that is a part of you, the goddess is saying that as a whole you are protected, because I need you to stay on course and I'm looking out for you. I'm hearing safe and happy travel. See, this is the journey. This is that whole protection. This is safe. You are on the right track. You are protected from harm when journeying. I really do feel like I need to pull a fourth, so I'm following my instinct. Oh wow, Goddess, healing feminine energy. Wow. This beautiful mother goddess Isis is the epitome and the embodiment of the divine feminine, of all divine feminines, and you've got this. I'm hearing you are important and you are so valued by your spirit team, by your ancestors, and the goddess Isis herself. You are a goddess incarnated. Okay, I'm feeling a fifth. I'm gonna pull a fifth. One enchanted evening, the perfect night. Perhaps some of you, I'm hearing that either during a new moon, you will get some form of answer or download that is a big part to your growth and your ascension. One perfect evening, the perfect night. Something is coming, a big download is coming, and I have a feeling it's coming to you during one enchanted evening. I do feel like it's the new moon. It's the birth of something new. Now with the energy deck, and then I'll pull some tarot cards, okay? And you got the citrine as well. That's abundance. That is pure ray of light. That is sun energizing energy. Like, isn't this all fitting with all the orange and the yellows? Even I feel so light right now just being in this energy. It's sitting in the sun helps, you know. Maybe some of you can even speak light language. I love light language. I love speaking light language because I feel like it heals myself too. When I speak light language and hearing myself. You got happy family. See, you are surrounded by serenity and happiness right now, and the ray of sun. I'm not surprised if in the tarot you got the the Sun card because that would just flip me out. Sometimes I still surprise myself when I do this. The Temple path. Okay, that's crazy. This is purely a spiritual reading right here. This is real true spiritual reading. This is big stuff. Come back to the Temple path. You are losing yourself. You're forgetting. Come back. That's what I'm hearing. Come back. Come back to me, my child. Come back. Because we are your family as well. We are your family. Your soul family. Anything else that you'd like to add, the Goddess Seeds? Contract. Okay, here we go. I can't. Yep. You got a contract. It is a soul contract. That is that vow to come back, to not lose yourself. This is your soul contract before you came into this incarnation. And I do feel like some of you are able to access your Akashic records during meditation in one enchanted evening. And I feel that's what it is. Perhaps you will be getting a major download from your Akashic records to remind you, yep, you got the ding. There you go. That is a ding. That is like a ding, ding, ding. You hit the jackpot. That doesn't happen, you know, as a pure fluke. That happened synchronized beautifully by spirit, by the Goddess who sees herself. That is a confirmation. It is your soul contract to come back and not lose sight of it. All right, the tarot card now. You got the Empress. That's that goddess energy. She's pregnant. She's birthing something new, and I feel like you will be manifesting a lot of abundance from this. Perhaps you're already doing this as a business or something to do with work. I feel like it is your career or something, whether you're a doctor, a nurse, or also a healer of some sort. It could be anything, all right, a Reiki healer, anything, but it is your source of income. And I do feel like it brings you abundance, but I think there is a little bit of doubt and self-confidence or something. It's like pulling you back to come back and go, no, we are empowering you today, and you're coming back because you are very good at it and you have a gift, that this is your soul calling. Yep. See, Six of Wands. It is that celebration that it's got the 11 in it as well, because the Four of Wands is the 11, but you got an extra 11 here, so it's like 11. It is a full empowerment confirmation that this is where you're meant to be, that this is your path, and you have always been right. When you came into it, like I say, pile 2, when you came and stepped into this and when you had your awakening, you were confident in knowing that there's something big at play here. But somehow along the way, you lost track of it, or you lost faith in it, I'm hearing. But the Goddess is saying, no, come back. Yep. Because many opportunities will be coming your way, and you will feel fulfilled. You will feel emotionally fulfilled because you've got the 7 of Cups here. And the number 7 is it's tied a lot to the heavenly energy, because you know that saying, the 7 heavens or 7 heavens, you know, that's part of it. And I do feel like you will be presented with many opportunities if you come back. You think that where you are right now is it? No. The Goddess is saying there's something bigger coming and something bigger at play, that you're only going through a journey, and this is not the end. There's still more to come. That the Goddess is saying, get excited. Get so excited that, I don't know why I heard this, but you don't know what to do with yourself. That's how excited she will be. You got the Star card, which is the wish fulfillment card. Everything you could ever want and imagine is in this life path, is in this journey itself. Do you think I should get a 5th? I think so. I think we should get a 5th. The 8 of Pentacles. See, you have been working hard to get to this point. Why forget and give up is what I'm also hearing. Don't give up. You know, with the Empress, abundance and creativity flows to you. You know, you are basically embodying the mother archetype and are bringing like new projects into being. But for somewhere along the lines, you've given up somewhere, is the energy I was feeling. you know, your divine feminine energy flows through you as you grow and nurture your babies, your quote unquote your babies. I hear your all your creative pursuits. And then with the star card, okay, I'm immediately being drawn to the star card as soon as I drifted my eyes. This is a powerful, it's saying that this is a powerful time for inspired action that's channeled through your authentic self, and to be open to the possibilities. What did I say? Be open to the possibilities by, you know, continually staying true to yourself and your soul contract and why you are here, and to, you know, just have faith and just trust, you know, in the divine, in the universe, in the goddess he sees, in your spirit team, in your angels and your guides. And you will reap the rewards. You will share in the blessings and the gifts that are coming. It's that wish fulfillment. I'm also hearing that most of you could also be on life path 6 here. All right. And if you don't know a lot about it, check out how to find your life path number. And I do feel like you're a 6, and you'll know why when you read the meaning behind a life path 6. I'm a life path 6, and that is that whole serving your the community. But yeah, look into it, because I do feel like as though you could be a life path 6 here. And I do feel like after this reading, you're feeling so pumped that you will feel the confidence and you will be assured and successful in your pursuits. I feel like this is coming for you. This energy is coming for you. You've had it before, you've forgotten, and you lost faith, but it's coming back for you. It's promising. You will realize that you are so proud of all the achievements that you've already achieved, and you're ready to, you know, pretty much shout them from the rooftop almost, and embody that confidence back. And there will be those around you that will also recognize your success and cheer you on. And I feel like that's coming from your spirit team and the goddess Isis and myself, mind you, myself, because even I had the feeling that you've come so far and have deepened your spirituality to have found this reading, who have called into this reading itself. I realized that at the start of your reading, it's being brought to light by the goddess Isis herself. Before we even get deeper into the reading, wow, I'm excited for you. I really am, and I want to congratulate you for how far you've come. We're just reading you back in because you've forgotten, but I have a feeling you'll be back on track again. I think you just needed to see this message to reinforce that and to believe in yourself again, is what I'm hearing. Oh wow, I just want to channel the energy of the 7 of Cups and see what I get from that, apart from what I've already said. You know, okay, so I'm feeling that many options and that possibility is coming, okay, and is available to you very soon, and you will have to make a choice. But you know, just don't be unrealistic though about what they should be. Just make sure you're evaluating your options and then digging below the surface to discover what's really involved with each of these options. But I do feel like opportunities are vast and there's so many coming for you. Just make sure that you are aligned to it and aligned to your values, your core values, your inner compass, your true north. With the 8 of Pentacles here, I do feel like you are leveraging from your determination and attention to detail to get the job done. That's that whole feeling of you working hard to get to where you are today, because sometimes certain things can get quite repetitive, okay? So you're doing the same thing over and over again, and that's probably why you were feeling bored and almost just felt like giving up, because you just thought this is it. No, it's not it, because I do feel like you're also mastering your craft. Okay, so don't just see it as, oh, it's something really repetitive. No, see it as you mastering your craft to be the best light worker that you were meant to be. It comes with growth. It's a journey, so stay on course. We're going to finish the reading with a postcard from Spirit. Oh, this one is called a postcard from Spirit, but I'm relabeling it today as a postcard from the goddess Isis. Okay, what would you like to share with us today, my dear goddess, with pile 3, please? Thank you. Dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of your life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, you can feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways you can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much as always, Spirit and the Goddess Isis. That says, so that is that whole, you don't know where things are going to go. You've forgotten, you've almost lost sight of it because you're wondering how things should fall into place, or you have this perception of how things will fall into place, but you don't. I'm sorry to say, but you don't. We don't. You know, there are bigger forces at play and it's all working behind the scenes for you. You just need to remember your vow, your contract, and why you are here in the first place, and allow things to just happen for you, the downloads to come to you when it's meant to come to you. Be open and accepting of the beautiful spiritual being that you are and what you've come to earth to do. Your star seeds, you know, maybe perhaps you might want to, I don't know why, but I'm hearing Lyrian. You could also be a Lyrian starseed, a Sirius starseed. I was just shown an image of a lion in my third eye, so that could even be you could be a Leo. A lot of strength is in this, and that's basically what the Goddess Isis is saying. Come back and summon your strength again, and don't lose sight of how beautiful you are and how valuable you are to us all. That is your reading, my loves. That is all I have for you today. We really honestly hope you enjoyed it and found the messages to be insightful, but also have resonated with you and your phase in life and your journey right now. If you did, all love shown here is appreciated, so like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because by doing so you're allowing me to create more beautiful videos like this on the regular for you. And if you've got any suggestions or anything that you want to hear, any particular topics that you'd like me to bring up in my reading, just comment below and let me know. I'm taking all suggestions. For a more personalized reading that's more catered to you, you can magically teleport yourself to my online apothecary store via the link below to make a booking. And all readings, of course, are being done by a video meeting, so it can be done from anywhere around the globe, wherever you are. That flexibility is there. But for now, blessed be love and light to all my beautiful shining stars. That's you I'm talking. That's you. I'm talking to you. I'm referring to you. Hope to see you all soon in my next video. Until then, have a wonderful evening, day or night, wherever you are. Bye.